Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines. Are we going to see a Bitcoin rally? We're going to take a look at it. SBI big plans for XRP, Ripple's new office. Michael Saylor, is he delusional? We're going to get into that. Jeremy Hogan highlights the Hinman violations. Oh my goodness. Ripple partner news and Ripple cross-border growth over 800%. We're going to take it apart. And technical analysts, what are they saying for XRP price action in the near term? Let's roll that beautiful intro and find out.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. There we go. I had to unmute my microphone. You can follow us on TikTok at the top of the screen, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Give us a follow for exclusive content there. We're over $1 trillion market cap for crypto right now. Let's look at the prices really quickly. Bitcoin, 23,400 plus. Ethereum, 1,600 plus, up over 10% plus on the 7 days. XRP now at the number 6 spot. 9.6% is where we are on the 7 day. We'll keep an eye on it. Look very quickly at the range of price here. We see we've been ranging between 37 cents on the bottom and 40 cents plus on the top. We'll keep an eye on it. We know that 40-cent range is a very, very key spot. We're going to hear from technical analysts before we get out of here today. Ladies and gentlemen, purevpn is one of the many different layers of protection I use to help protect my anonymity online. That's probably the first time I've said that in the way I wanted to correctly. 82% off for 27-month plan. It's $1.99 a month. Ask yourself, can you afford to not pay $1.99 a month and really risk what you're risking online? I cannot. I can tell you that. There's a link underneath the video for you to get that special. Make sure you click it and check it out. Right here, we see the one and only Michael Branch. Give him a follow. We want to get his followers back. He was hacked, and this is his new account. And you need to follow him if you want to stay up on what's going on in this space. Right here, Bitcoin likely to pull off disbelief rally in the face of economic recession, according to CoinShares, which is the same company, CoinShares, that gave a $6 plus valuation per XRP. I think it was in 2019 or 2020. So they are really, really bullish on what's going on here in this space. Now, it says very quickly here, I'm not going to spend a ton of time here, that they say, while we believe we are likely to see the U.S. Federal Reserve continue to hike interest rates through the summer, we also believe they are likely to adopt a softer outlook on economic growth thereafter, prompting considerable dollar weakness. They also say, we believe a policy mistake is highly likely, where Bitcoin prices are likely to diverge from growth equities, with the former likely to benefit from a dovish Fed, a weaker U.S. dollar, while latter underperforming in the face of a recession or stagflation. Now, with that being said, we know that the inverse correlation with the crypto space is the dollar strength and weakness. So if the dollar's strong, then the market is weak for crypto and vice versa. We will keep an eye on that. Just like we're keeping an eye on this right here. Cava is seeing explosive growth. 15 different protocols now have joined the Cava network. And don't forget, Cava 11 launches August 31st. Make sure you give them a follow. They're going to have an Ask Me Anything, an AMA, and you can participate in that. Put a like on that right there. I'll tell you, while we're in this watershed moment, this particular project here just continues to grow and grow and grow. And it just makes me think of the interoperability factor. And I think that's such a huge thing to be able to connect all those protocols. Take a look right here. Don't forget about the Ripple buyback. Ripple buyback millions of XRP off the secondary market is what we learned in the actual Q2 report from this year, as they have been doing for quite some time now, as the on-demand liquidity product gains global momentum. We'll get more on that in just a second here. But first, you need to know that not only is that happening, but it's gearing up to see even more explosive growth. Japan's financial giant, SBI, as we reported late last week, renews its system for Ripple International Remittance using ODL, which is specifically geared for XRP. Today, SBI's XRP International Remittance Service System using on-demand liquidity has been renewed to a multi-tenant system that can connect with multiple remittance companies and crypto exchanges. The XRP International Remittance Service System using ODL provided by Ripple has been renewed. We are pleased to inform you that we have made support for all of these as a multi-tenant system that can connect multiple businesses. We have renewed the system to support multi-tenancy that can connect with multiple operators. As a result, AsiaNet Company, which provides an international remittance service business, will be newly connected as a remittance source fund transfers company and starts services for customers from today. Now, this all reminds me, and if you have not seen the video I put out this morning, I highly encourage you to go watch that video. Naveen Gupta is in the video, and I have a clip there where he talks about reaching a critical mass point for the network and escape velocity by the end of this year or by early 2023. How about those terms from Naveen Gupta at Ripple? You know, when I see that kind of connection and continued, what he called, I believe he called it step change is the way he called it, right? So, you know, these phasing in of this next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And remember, very quickly in that Q2 report, they're not just doing remittances and individual transactions now. They're doing treasury flows and larger payment flows. Things of that nature are now taking place. It's all starting to happen. And look, how long it takes to unfold, I've never pretended to know. I just know that this is the goal, and I've always believed them. Here's where we are right here, not financial advice. I think you're probably all well aware that we plan to hire 50 people this year at the new office in Toronto, and adding maybe 100 or 200 in the years ahead. This is from Brad Garlinghouse, and it is really remarkable to see all of this growth taking place around the world as the United States continues to try to put the boot on the back of crypto's neck and Ripple and XRP through this case with the SEC. The U.S. and the U.K. regulators collaborated to enlarge cryptocurrency regulation. The working group wants to strengthen regulatory outcomes for stablecoins across jurisdictions. Now, listen, this keeps coming up, and I covered this before. I've been saying that, you guys know, since I started, before I even had a channel, I believed XRP was going to be price set or have a price floor, price controlled at some point through the enormous levels of liquidity and collateral brought onto the network. If you get enough money brought onto the network, you can absolutely stabilize the price and have a guaranteed price floor. Just to give a quick example here, what if the top G20 countries all put up $1 trillion and now there's $20 trillion collateralized on the network XRP ledger being used for cross-border payments and the like? That's certainly going to provide a floor price. There will be a price that it will not be able to dip below because of the reserves that sit on that network in order to guarantee the value of the things that are being moved and transferred every day. I think that's about as quick as an example as you could do right there. But right here, I want to highlight this because we know Congress has told us they're looking to September or October trying to get stablecoin legislation done. However, look who the UK is actually meeting with. They're not meeting with U.S. Congress. No. They're meeting with the Department of Treasury. As I've said, FSOC, OFAC, the U.S. Department of Treasury, this is where it is because we're talking about money. The rest of these cryptos that are not going to fall into a crypto commodity category or a money category, like I believe XRP and hopefully XLM will, I believe, and I believe they also have a chance to fall into a stablecoin designation based on the example of how I broke down a solid price, a floor price or price set, or price control, however you want to call it. But in this instance, I believe all other assets will be digital asset securities, 90, 95, 99% of the market. And then you're going to see that market treated like tokenized penny stocks. But the Treasury is who the UK is meeting with to get the answer. And the UK, and once they get back there, they're going to decide what they're going to do with the Treasury. And whether it's the process or not, it is clear to me that the US Treasury is going to inform Congress if they're going to do anything at all. And don't be surprised if they don't, because normally they don't. More trouble are in these comments here. Michael Saylor is at it again, ladies and gentlemen, but John Dean not let him get away with it, and I'm not either. I'm inviting him to go on as John Deaton did. Michael Saylor needs to join and appear on Crypto Law US TV after making his comment that basically says Saylor noted that all cryptocurrencies aside from Bitcoin are securities. Well, there we go. For the guy who acts like Scarface, yeah, we should all take his word for it. When you hear Saylor preach all cryptocurrencies aside from Bitcoin are securities, like he's Scarface at the end of the movie, remember this right here, because this is a fact. MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor was the biggest loser in the entire dot-com bubble, losing a whopping $13.53 billion. Those who cannot remember the past are doomed to repeat it. When Bitcoin bubble burst, he will suffer the similar fate. But the question is, he remained rich after the bubble burst in the dot-com bubble, and he'll probably remain rich when the bubble burst here for Bitcoin in the crypto space. The question really is, will you? This is a great clip here from Digital Asset Investor and a great video from Jeremy Hogan, as always. ETHgate is very real, ladies and gentlemen. And there are people out here that try to redefine it. Actually, it should be SEC ETHgate. No, it shouldn't. It should be ETHgate. ETHgate is what it should be. And the reason it should be is because ETHgate was the clear winner out of this. ETHgate is the one, and Ethereum is the one that gained the advantage to launch billions of dollars off of its network due to the conflict of interest that are clear away, no longer up for discussion, from Hogan-Hinman and his tenure at the SEC. Take a listen to this important clip here as Jeremy Hogan, don't believe me when I say it, but listen to Jeremy Hogan break all of this down for us right here. And when is somebody in Congress going to finally get the backbone to stand up for the American people and get this agency back in line and bring some integrity back by bringing some accountability to those who've crossed the line?
Looking at Exhibit B to Deaton's motion, this is an email from the SEC ethics attorney to Director Hinman, and it's pretty clear what she is saying. Quote, "The analysis is the same for Simpson as it's always been. You have a bar under criminal financial conflict with Simpson because you have an ongoing financial interest in the firm. Meeting with them while having such a conflict is not permitted. As we discussed during your briefing, even calls with them are not permitted. And the reason why it was a crime for him to meet with them was because he still had a financial interest in the firm. Actually, he had a quite large financial interest in the firm to the tune of millions of dollars. So certainly a director at the SEC would have stayed away from violating federal law, right? This is an email from Mr. Bonney with Simpson Thatcher to Director Hinman. Quote, "Great seeing you for lunch. Thanks for making time. How about April 2 for the ad hoc group?" Close quote. Uh-oh. But I guess that meeting was prior to Mr. Hinman receiving that warning from the ethics attorney, so he probably just didn't know. I mean, the warning wasn't until January 2018, and that lunch was late 2017. Oh, shoot, wait. This is from August 2018, 7 months after the warning. Email to William Hinman from attorney Bonney. Quote, "How's it going? Crazy busy as usual? Want to have lunch again sometime?" Close quote. And back at him from Hinman, quote, sounds good. Do any Tuesday or Thursday or even Friday work? Close quote. And I'll not bore you with anymore with the emails of rich dudes planning to meet for fancy lunches and dinners. I just hope they put as much thought into work as they do the menu at a restaurant. Suffice it to say, there were many more meetings detailed in those emails, which are now part of the court file. And so what, you might say? Well, as it turns out, Simpson Thacher, the law firm, who Mr. Hinman was very engaged with around 2018, just so happened to be a member of the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, the EEA. What is the EEA? Let's ask them. From their website, quote, the EEA is a member-led industry organization whose objective is to drive the use of enterprise Ethereum and mainnet Ethereum blockchain technology as an open standard to empower all enterprises, close quote. Well, that doesn't look good. Mr. Hinman was illegally meeting with Simpson Thacher, which was a member of an Ethereum support group, all around the time he was writing a speech which gave Ethereum a non-security designation. Well, that was probably just a coincidence. After all, the Hinman speech also declared Bitcoin a non-security, and surely Simpson Thacher doesn't have a stake or didn't have a stake in Bitcoin or anything like that. Oh, crap. Look at this tweet from Attorney Deaton. Quote, in 2019, while Hinman was director of corporation finance, Simpson Thacher led the IPO of Canaan, a Chinese company that sells Ethereum and Bitcoin mining hardware, close quote. Well, it looks like Simpson Thacher did stand to benefit from a Bitcoin free pass as well. And just to stay with Deaton's tweet for another second, quote, Hinman was being paid pursuant to his then profit sharing arrangement while he was working at the SEC. In a financial arrangement like Hinman's, strict criminal conflict laws are in effect. 18 USC 208 prohibits you from participating personally and substantially on behalf of the federal government in any particular matter in which you have a financial interest, close quote. And there it is.
Yeah, and there it is right. I tell you, it is quite disturbing that not one congressional official has stood up to get this agency, SEC, back in line and bring integrity back into this building. It is quite disturbing. But you know what? Let's focus on some positive before we get out of here. Banking giant Santander reporting preparing to launch crypto trading services in Brazil. That's a big deal for us because we know Santander has been an active participant in the crypto space, offering a Ripple-backed digital banking app in certain regions as far back as 2018. The banking giant also announced they launched a $20 million blockchain bond on the Ethereum network in 2019. I wonder how those gas fees are working out. 800% growth for the Ripple on-demand cross-border liquidity payment product. Yeah, while we're being sued by one of the most corrupt agencies, it would appear, the US SEC, right here in good old United States. I tell you, if you really wanted to know if what you have is truly working, work through a lawsuit from the United States Security Exchange Commission and still maintain 800% growth while maintaining the top 10, damn near top 5 at this point, in the crypto asset market cap list at the same exact time. Looking at this, Ripple's continue to engage in sales solely related to on-demand liquidity, which reaffirms for all of us that Ripple has not been selling any XRP to exchanges since 2019. Jed McCaleb sold 9 billion XRP from his taco stand wallet. Where are the retail exchanges that don't participate in on-demand liquidity getting their XRP from going forward? How much of the 9 billion that was sold from Jed McCaleb's wallet is out here floating around loose and liquid? How long would it take to dry it all up? Will we get a court decision that actually allows XRP to be relisted with clarity? That would be phenomenal. All of these questions need to be answered and certainly monitored as we move forward. They're very real questions. And I tell you, 9 billion XRP is a lot of XRP. So if it's out here floating around on the exchanges, we need to try to figure out how long it'll take to soak it all up. And will we get a ruling from the court that actually is a determining factor on whether we can continue to get it the way we have been and the way we currently do today. Right here on the TA front from CoinsKid said XRP lost the fight with the weekly 10 EMA. It looks like it's going back to get some mates to have another go at it. So it hit its head right here. We'll keep an eye on it to see if it can actually mount up enough buyer steam and volume to push it back over top, where EggReg Crypto says expecting XRP RSI, Relative Strength Index, on the weekly to break out in the near future. Closing above the 42-cent range will confirm the bullish uptrend for XRP. So they're both really kind of showing us the same thing here, where it hit its head, and we're currently sitting at the 38-cent mark. Will it get enough steam? Will there be enough volume from the buyers to push this thing above the 42-cent range and really put us in a bullish trend upward? I don't know the answer to that, but I know it's worth paying attention to. That's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, real quick before I get out of here, don't forget about this. Ledger Nano, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't done it yet, get yourself a Ledger Nano. There's great specials and deals, but you got to click the links. And not only can you have your crypto on cold storage, your keys, your crypto, you hold it, you own it. You can also buy and sell your crypto on the crypto exchange directly from your cold storage wallet as well. So make sure you check that out. I'll catch all of you on the next one.